Here's my thought. This is called expanded steel. I got it at the home improvement store. This will be our grate. Fire is down here. Food is on here. You could put pans on here. You could put pizza stone on here. Future show, future idea. And I gotta somehow make this thing stand up off the brick, right? And we are a big fan of use what you got. Let me show you what I got. In my neighborhood in Brooklyn, people are always throwing out mattresses. They throw out a mattress and they throw out the metal bed frame. You know what that is? That's angle iron. So you can cut off all these, the feet and everything with an angle grinder. Angle iron, expanded steel, that sits like that with some legs.
You got to be careful when you're cutting metal. Metal in your mouth, in your lungs, eyes. Just be careful, okay?
Rectangle. That sits in there. That's gonna sit in the fireplace, right? That worked. When you measure, it works sometimes. I built this to be lap joints rather than 45-degree angle corners. Like instead of a picture frame that has the 45 ones, these are lapped. In other words, this sits on top of that, and then we can weld that together or we can screw it together. I'm gonna weld, and we're not going to, we're not going to Mars like Mr. Musk is. We're just gonna go in the fireplace and make some food. You can do the 45 cuts and weld them together if you want. I don't have the Grinder Gizmo to make a precise 45, so we're gonna use what we got, and that's simple. You wanna wear the helmet, Andy? No? Spiker, you wanna wear the welding helmet? Okay, you guys should probably go outside. You wanna make sure this is square. Measure corner to corner. Both numbers should be the same. That means that this is square. 27 3/4, 27 3/4. Nice. Here we go. Nice. Guess what? I love this flippy thing. It's like I know what I'm doing. I love welding. I don't do enough of it. I owe you some welding videos. The one, I've got a couple I'll link to at the end of the show. But keep chanting, done is better than perfect, because this is a little crooked. But we're making food in the fireplace, okay? We're not going to the moon or Mars, remember? I'm gonna just weld the corners, I've got to weld on the insides here, because I just love, it's fire and molten metal. And you can do this. I'll link to the welder that I'm using. It's called a Flux core welder, a little simpler than MIG welding. That is probably the best weld of the bunch. That's pretty good. Pretty good for amateur, huh? gonna tack weld means just kind of little drops. Like with hot glue, you do a little drop. Same with flux core. Flux core welding, very similar to hot glue gun gluing. Does that make sense? Anyway, tack welds, and then move on to the legs. My ode to Mr. Crafsman. Nice, huh? We've got the grate in here. We welded it from the inside. If you're gonna weld it, be careful, because welding thin metal to a thicker metal is, let's just say, a challenge. You can build this whole thing using self-tapping screws, okay? To hold the expanded steel onto the angle iron, get fender washers, and that goes through like that. So that's big and fat, holds the grate onto the angle iron. So I'm gonna make the leg 7.5 inches. Hi there. If you're going to be welding and short sleeves, get some of these sleeve extend. Just protect your arms, sparks and skin. Learn from me. I picked these up. They're linked below. They're super cheap, and now my arms aren't burnt. Nice. At the Dutch oven, yeah. All right, embers in the front, coals in the back. Spiker blocking the shot. Come on, out of the way though, come on, girl. Food in our Dutch oven. I made some cornbread the other day in the fireplace. I'll link to that at the end here. Hello, Andy. Even better than that is maybe you and I spending some more time together. There should be some videos floating right here or in the show notes. More outdoor cooking or fireplace cooking or just whatever you want to do, you know? So you and me right there. Food in there.